You ever have that feeling? You're doing everything you're supposed to do. You save, you invest, you climb the ladder at work, but you still feel like you're one unexpected bill away from it all falling apart. Well, let's talk about that feeling. Because what if the old school definition of wealth is missing the most important part? What if what we really need is a whole new definition of freedom?
Man, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's that constant low-level hum of anxiety in the background. It's a pressure that's there even when your bank account looks okay on paper. It's like you're running on a treadmill and someone just keeps inching up the speed. So, in this explainer, we're going to put some of those old financial rules on trial. We're going to take apart the myths that keep us all so stressed out and try to build a new, much stronger framework for what real financial security actually is. All right, first things first. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, debt. There's this idea that once you're in deep, you're just trapped forever. But what if that's just not true? What if debt is really just a system, a game with rules you can learn to win? Because this is what debt feels like, right? It's more than just numbers. It's this slow-motion drain on your confidence, on your peace. You feel like every dollar you earn is already spoken for, and you can't make any big moves. Your life just feels like it's on pause. So how do you actually break out? Well, this roadmap is the game plan. It all starts with just getting honest, listing out everything you owe. Then you get strategic, and you attack the most expensive, high-interest debt first. From there, it's about finding momentum, paying a little extra, cutting back where you can, maybe finding a way to earn more, and maybe the most important rule of all, stop digging. No new loans until you're clear. And that second step is the secret weapon. It's called the debt avalanche. It's so simple, but so powerful. You basically ignore how big the loans are, and you laser focus on the interest rates. Why? Because those high-interest loans are the ones that are bleeding you dry the fastest. You take them out first, and you end up saving a ton of money and years of your life. Okay, so let's say you've done it. You're out of debt. The next step is obvious. Build a giant net worth. That's the goal, right? Well, let's poke a hole in that idea. The next big myth is that a big net worth number is the same thing as financial freedom. The truth, as it turns out, is a little more complicated. You know, I love this metaphor. Think about your money like you're driving a car. Your net worth, that's the amount of fuel you have in the tank. It tells you how far you could potentially go. But financial margin, that's your braking distance. It's the empty space between your bumper and the car ahead. You can have a full tank of gas, but if you're tailgating with zero room to brake, one tap on the brakes from the guy in front of you causes a catastrophic pileup. And if you think, oh, that's a problem for other people, check this out. It is staggering. 40% of people making well into the six figures say they are living paycheck to paycheck. This just proves it's not about how much you make. It's about your structure. They have a full tank of gas, but absolutely no room to brake. So what is this margin in real life? Well, it's having that cash buffer that lets you sleep at night. It's intentionally keeping your mandatory monthly bills, your mortgage, your car payment, as low as possible. But really, it's about having options. It's the power to say no to a job you hate. It's having the space to handle a curveball, a layoff, a medical thing, without your entire world crumbling. Okay, so we're getting there. We're debt-free. We're building margin. The last piece of the puzzle is easy. Just throw all your money in the stock market and wait 30 years. Compounding is magic. It's guaranteed. Right? Well, this leads us to our third and biggest myth, the idea that the market is a sure thing over the long run. Let's take a quick trip to Japan. After World War II, their economy was an absolute miracle, a global titan. But then a perfect storm of events, political, currency deals, crazy low interest rates, and just pure speculative mania created one of the biggest financial bubbles in human history. And when that bubble popped in 1990, the entire economy just flatlined for decades. And here is the punchline. Imagine you were an investor back in 1990. You bought into what everyone thought was the most unstoppable market on earth. You did everything right. You held on patiently for 35 years. Your total profit? Pretty much zero. 35 years, a whole working life, for nothing. Now, this isn't to say investing is bad. It's just to show that there are no guarantees. So what are we supposed to do with all this? We've seen debt can be a prison, that net worth isn't the real goal, and that even the markets can't be trusted completely. It might sound kind of depressing, but it's not. It just means we need a better system. We need a more resilient way of thinking about our money. So let's put it all together. These are the new rules.
1. You stop the financial bleeding. Get rid of that high-interest debt and take back your own cash flow. 2. You build shock absorbers. That's your financial margin, your cash, your low overhead that protects you when life happens. And 3. You invest, but you do it with your eyes wide open, knowing that the real goal is resilience, not just chasing the highest possible number.
And this right here, this is the entire idea in a nutshell. Real, lasting financial security isn't about crafting a fragile plan that needs your job to be safe, your health to be perfect, and the market to go up forever. No, it's about building a tough, robust system that can take a punch or two and stay standing.
So really, this isn't the end. This is the starting line for you to think about money in a totally new way. It's about shifting your goal from just having more to having more control, more choices, and honestly, just more peace in your life.
I mean, this quote just says it all. The real prize isn't a number in your retirement account. It's the feeling of calm you get when you know you have a buffer. It's the freedom that comes from knowing you built your own shock absorbers into your life. So I'll just leave you with this one last question to think about. When you look around at your stuff, your house, your car, your investments, ask yourself, are they tools that are serving me, giving me freedom? Or are their costs and their risks actually trapping me? Are they the ones dictating my choices and adding to that invisible weight on my chest? The real answer to that question, well, that's the true measure of financial freedom.